Here we are for part 2 with Priscilla, and she's going to continue the story. Thank you for being here with us again, Priscilla. We're going to continue the story about your awakening. So,
Yeah.
please tell us what happened.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, just to recap fast about part one and the perception shift. Yeah. It's pretty crazy when you think about it that a year and a half ago, I was really sick and I was really unwell, and no one gave a damn about me, like my family and everything. They weren't worried about me back then, you know. And I
Mm.
was I was dying. I was literally I thought my life was over. I thought I didn't understand nothing. I really did not understand anything. I was like, "Oh my God, what's going on? What am I gonna do? Blah blah blah. This is horrible. My life is finished. I'm finished. I might as well bring me to the back and shoot me right now. You know, like sort of kind of thing. You know,
I've been there.
yeah." And I
Yep.
did not see at all what was going on, why this was going on, what the hell. And now that I really understand everything, well, not everything, but I really understand why and where and how. Now these people want to think I'm crazy, you know. So the thing I'm trying to say here is other people's perspective on ourselves is really irrelevant. And either you're feeling bad right now or you're feeling good. Other people's thoughts or opinion, judgment is so unimportant because it will never ever be what you think. And it will never be, you will never be agreeing with it because they don't have all the parts. They don't have all the information and they cannot judge from the same point of view as yourself. So that thing here that I'm explaining here is one part of how I got to really stand my ground through this process to be able to believe in myself enough to go through these changes that are making my family freak out. You know?
A
Yeah.
little giggle.
It's crazy. It's
I
kind of
do.
funny.
Yep.
And that's why really I'm not mad at them because I kind of get it, sort of. You
Yeah.
know, I can understand.
Yeah.
But
You.
the thing I don't understand is their incapacity of sitting down with me and trying to hear me out and trying to see for themselves. Uh, they're just not interested in learning
Yeah.
anything. So, and it's okay. They don't have to. You know, it's
Yeah.
not everybody
Yeah.
that is interested in these things. A lot of people are complacent. Is that how you say it? You know,
Did you
they're
say?
like complacent. Like
Yes.
they
Exactly.
prefer
Stay in the
to
box.
just watch TV, and they're tired, and
Yep.
life is hard. I mean, and it's made for this. It is constructed for to make us not want to fight.
Yeah. That's absolutely right. Docile.
Well,
So
yeah, not
simple.
want to
Just do
fight.
what you're told.
Not want to fight the system.
Here's your
They
TV.
want us to fight within us ourselves, of course, within
Well,
between
yeah, I
us.
mean that's the plan to get us to kill each other, but like, they wanted us to here's your TV and here's your booze and here's your drugs and
And here's your food that's already done for you, and
yes,
it is not food
poison.
actually. Yeah.
Don't tell them it's poison because then it gets them into this system where we can make money off of them. Yeah, I know the whole thing's set up that way. Look, we're here to break the system. You're a system buster,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
know? So
So how it went for me, let's go with that. Okay. Unless we, whatever. At that point 2 years ago, I am sick. I am overweight. I am not able to move because both my legs have been broken in 2003, so that's a while ago. But with time and with my pregnancy and with age and everything, I had arthritis that was really, really, really bad. I could barely walk. Like, let's say I had a big day of cleaning up and stuff, and I sat down, I couldn't get up after at all. I couldn't walk at all. I needed like crutches or almost like at least whatever. Yeah.
Mm.
So, and after breastfeeding both my youngest, I had how do you call these things? The
Carpal tunnel.
carpal tunnel. Yeah,
Yep.
because in French it's tunnel carpien. So
Wow.
yeah, carpal tunnels, they were really blocked and my hands weren't working at all. So
Mm.
I couldn't hold things. I was dropping things. And when you're both your feet and both your legs and both your hands are not working, well, you know, your life isn't very and you
Productive.
have
Yeah.
young
Yep.
I had young children at that point. My son was 4 years old. My oldest son was 4 years old. I have three children. I have a daughter that today she's 11. My
Oh, happy birthday.
I know not today, not her
Oh,
birthday,
okay.
not today, but I mean now.
Gotcha.
Not now. No. Sorry.
You have an 11-year-old?
That's my translation from French. You know, sometimes the expressions are not.
I love it. I love it. Français. Je ne parle pas le français.
Yeah, but you speak really good French. Actually, I was really impressed. You
Gracias.
tu parles très bien français, like
Merci.
better than most people. So, anyways.
I have a Paris kind of thing. I have to go there. I have to go to France. I don't know. Anyway.
Paris people do not understand us Quebecers, so our slang is really bad.
Yeah.
Very, very hard to understand for them. They're like, je ne comprends pas. They don't understand at all what you say. They're like, what?
That's funny.
We
Yeah, I have
understand them
like
because,
a Philadelphia kind of accent, which I didn't really know. I thought we spoke normal, so everybody else has the accent. But anyway, let's get back to your awakening because you've got a pretty incredible story.
yeah, pretty amazing story.
Yes.
And that's why other people also think that it's really weird. And it's, you know what I was thinking today? I myself am living this. This is my story. I'm going through this. And I myself, sorry, my ear is really like, I myself need to confirm it a lot. Like even now, I sometimes ask for confirmation still. You know, I'm like,
Yep.
could you just show me? Okay, good. Thank you.
Yep.
They really patient, right? Because and it's happening to me. Sorry. It's happening to me. So imagine the people that I'm talking to and I'm explaining these things and they maybe believe me when I'm talking to them, and then they go back home and they rationalize on it and they like, no, she's crazy, man. Well, forget it. You know? So it's really hard to wrap your head around things that all your life you thought were impossible. And yeah. So how at that point my daughter is 9. My sorry. My son is 4. My first son is 4 and my youngest is a toddler. He's 1, right? And my boyfriend isn't there. He's incarcerated at that point. And yeah, life is pretty hard.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, life is pretty hard because when my son was 2, we started to notice that his behavior was different. And, you know, when you have children in our society, you need to follow a certain path or you know, your child, it's monitored. Everything is, oh, he's not talking yet, oh, he's not walking, oh, blah blah blah. And
Yep.
with Facebook and social,
Right.
it's like a competition for everything.
Yep.
So as soon as you notice that your child is a little bit different, let's say in whatever matter, then you start thinking to yourself, oh, maybe he's not okay, and blah blah blah. And then you ask your doctor, and their doctor is like, oh, no, he's not okay. So then you go see another doctor, and then you start yeah, you start the process in the machine.
Right. Well said.
Yeah,
That's
you
exactly
start
it.
the process in the
One of the many machines.
social um it's really, it's not their fault, like the doctors and the people that work within that field, because I know that a lot of them really want to help, you know, and they
Yeah.
really believe in what they have been taught.
And was your son, was he diagnosed
Yeah,
at two?
he's diagnosed with autism and ADHD.
Was it at two that that happened, or was it shortly after that, or
He got his diagnosis, he was 4.
okay.
But at 2, we as his parents started noticing that he was behaving differently from the other children, because we have 5 in total, the 2 of us. He already had 2, I already had 1, and then we had 2 together. So a total of 5 kids.
Mhm.
So Andrew, which is my 6-year-old, which was 4 at that point,
Mhm.
his name is Andrew Lucas. Yeah. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
No, you didn't, right? So yeah, his name is Andrew Lucas. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Andrew was like our sort of 4th child, you know.
Mhm.
So his behavior was different from the other ones, and when we started asking about his behavior, we got really cornered, because as a parent, you blame yourself. You think you've done something wrong, and they really make you feel like you're wrong and that your child is not okay, and that you need to do this and you need to do that, and you need to, and you need to, and you need to. So,
Yeah.
whatever.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So, at a certain point, let's say 2 years after that,
Mhm.
and it takes time. It takes time when you don't have money to pay for all the fast diagnosis.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, and it's like it's really, really hard. It's really hard for a parent to realize that all that you've thought your child could be or whatever, and it goes like, you know, yeah. So, but it's okay now, because I know that it's not true. It's just that I'm going through the emotion right now, so it's pretty. We are very sensitive. I've noticed right now that my sensitivity is so intense, and our since we are evolving, us, I mean the awakened ones, the
Yeah.
ones that are on that path right now, we are accessing so easily our Akash. When I think about memories, the memories are very potent. You know,
Definitely.
like the I tap into the feeling, the smell, the emotion, the, you know, it's really, I get immersed in it much more now that I'm more aware of everything. So that's just what I wanted to say about that. So at that point, you know, I'm freaking out, really. You know, I'm freaking out because I'm realizing, as I'm in that process with all the professionals and all the exams and all the behavioral protocol,
Mhm.
okay? Because they really think that you need to act in a certain way with these children, that it's really hard, you know. It's really, really hard, because we, as beings that we are, we just don't want to fit in that box already, and then they're asking you to make your child that is even more not fitting in that box to fit, you push it in. So at that point where I started awakening, okay, I was really understanding that this process was not helping. Like
Right.
all these people in my life, maybe they're trying to help, but they're not helping.
Yeah.
This is not helping. This is not working. And I'm feeling cornered. I'm feeling that I'm not helping my kid. I'm feeling that this is all wrong. I'm like, pull the plug, somebody. Like, let's start that game over again, because
Yep.
this is, I'm freaking out. Like, I was ready to abandon ship. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have, because of the kids and everything. But I was
Usually
really,
a crisis before a sudden
I
awakening,
was
there's usually some
struggling.
type of crisis. So
I
yeah,
was really struggling,
this was
and
your catalyst.
everybody was so mean to me, and everybody was so like not caring, and I had no help from no one, and I had no money, and I was feeling I had no one to turn to, not even the government, not even my parents, not even the school, not even my boyfriend. He's not there. Not no no no. No. I'm sick. I'm like whatever. Okay, so that's that.
Well, and
You
that's a
get the
lot.
picture.
Through your awakening, you've learned that we're looking on the outside for that when we had to turn and give it to ourselves on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
inside.
yeah.
So
So at that point, okay, I start experiencing like that was enough.
yes,
I start experiencing sort of planes, because they looked like planes to me at the beginning, and that's the thing I did not understand. All right, because they don't want to scare you, right? When I say they, I'm speaking about humans or beings, or I haven't seen their face yet. Okay, let's make this clear. I
yes,
don't know what they look like. I think that they might look like us, I
yep.
would like them to be good looking. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're ugly. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe they don't even have a
Well, we
body.
just don't want to be like considered racist. And I was talking to my daughter about that on a side note here for a second.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about different galactics, and I was like, well, imagine we always see bugs as small. I said, imagine MIB, and
Yeah. So that's
imagine
that.
seeing a big bug like standing over you, and like, or you think you're not going to have a fear reaction. And people are so racist that they'd be racist like an alien species. Like she's like,
Exactly.
well, maybe we should say just fear of different species. That's what it
Yeah.
is. A fear of the
So
unknown.
let's say people for at that point,
Yes.
people with capacities of flying a craft, okay,
Yep.
that uh, that craft is showing me that it can do things that a normal plane cannot do. All right.
Yep.
So at that point, that's what I'm seeing. And I'm with my kids, right? So I'm just like, what's that? And they're like telling me that's that. So I'm like, okay, just okay. I'm not crazy here. I'm not seeing this. I'm not the only one seeing it,
Yep.
and I'm not pressuring anything on the kids, and I'm not freaking out in front of them like, oh my god. I'm just letting it slide, like just okay, right? What did we see last night? Oh, a plane in the middle of the sky, not moving for a while. Oh, okay, thank you. Pass to the next question.
They're so smart.
We remember it together, fine,
Yeah, good.
So, and of course, I was aware that I couldn't just talk about that with them in a
Right.
way that we were discussing it like it wasn't normal. I was just whatever, right?
Yep.
So to me, this was really important because I knew at that point that I was not hallucinating anything. So that
Right.
was quite important because I wasn't sure of myself at that point. I thought I was really a bad mother, and I thought that I was a failure because I was on all kinds of medication and that I couldn't move anymore anyway. So my body wasn't good anymore. So, like I wasn't in a position to think that I was um, not crazy while I was seeing things that weren't normal. Okay. So
Right.
the fact that my children were seeing this with me was very important. Okay. Because that's something that my mother brought to court, that I was um, implicating my kids in that, and that was really sad, because
Mm-mm. Because don't your children, don't they wake up and tell you about dreams that they have and tell you where
my
you were
kids
up in the
tell me
ship?
all kinds of things. My
Yeah.
kids tell me all
You're
kinds
not
of
telling
things.
them, like they're telling you things too.
At
So
the beginning, when I was so freaking out and asking myself if I was being watched by the CIA or being, if that was the army. And I was like, I'm not a Secret Service agent here, so why are they with me? What the hell is going on? Like I was really freaking out. I was like, what the hell? And
Well,
and the kids.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, go.
No, I was just going to say, I don't know if you know this or not, but you actually helped me with this because when I first met you and you were telling me about this and I was saying, I'm like, I was like, I've always said it's okay, you can contact me, but I've had more inner contact.
Yep.
So when
Yep.
I started looking and giving
Mm-hmm.
permission on the outside, when I
Mm-hmm.
started seeing them, they were showing me that, like, we've been here all along, you've seen this. And then they show a
Yeah.
light sequence
Yep.
that I've seen many times. And it wasn't just gases in the
We,
atmosphere.
we,
They
we
were
just
showing like
dismiss
boom,
it.
boom,
We
boom, boom,
just,
boom, boom, boom.
yep.
And they would outline something by hitting back and forth to each other. And it was like, oh, I've seen that,
Yeah.
So like
We dismiss it. We just dismiss it.
I did.
When
I
when
wasn't ready to see it, even though I've been awake. I'd consider myself awake for a very long time. I'm a turtle.
Yeah.
I'm very slow and steady. I've seen
You
a
don't
lot
want to
along the way,
link these
but
things. Yeah.
I still took me a while before I started seeing the ships. So
Yeah.
once I started seeing it, I was like, all right, I know I'm not crazy. I know
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
and the kids started seeing it too,
Yeah.
and seeing they would pulse lights like to the point where there's no denying what they saw. So
It's
yeah,
impossible.
yeah,
I've seen so many things and
yeah,
they've shown me so many things. At that point, okay, when I because it's really what's special with my story, I think, that I've never seen, is that at that point I'm an atheist, right? I do not believe in any sort of religion. I'm not a spiritual person. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe that when I die, something's going to happen. I think that I'm a steak. I think that when I die, I'm just going to die
yeah,
and it's over. And I kind of believe that there's maybe some kind of life out there, but I'm not questioning myself on that. I'm really freaking out here.
yeah,
And what is very, very special about my story is that they literally came knocking on my head like, hello, time to wake up, girl. Like, time's up. We hit the deadline here,
yep.
and you need to wake up.
Yeah, that was your code, and they had all systems go, didn't they?
All systems go, man.
Yeah.
And
So you
I
got that
and
awakening.
and yeah, and it's really awesome because never in my life have I ever received such support,
Yeah.
such loyalty, like loyalty in every day and every moment and every behavior I may have, like, and that is what permitted me to evolve, and that's what permitted me to stand my ground, and that's what permitted me to go through all these miracles,
Yeah.
because I would have never thought in a million years. I would have never permitted myself to even dream about that. To even
Right.
dream, pretend that these things are possible, that these things exist, that you can go through these things, that this is true. Like, I would have never even dared to pretend it. So,
Well, I think you've done an amazing job. Just your growth. Like most people that think of a fast awakening, like they have it really rough, really hard, because you're cramming a lot into a very short period of time. It's like, I'll just say this about myself. When I first woke up, it was almost so disheartening when you realize there's so much more to learn.
yeah,
So if you take all of that, like, and you're getting the fast pace now, it's like, I admire anybody so brave to wake up now in this time and just suspend their beliefs and get out of the BS, which is their belief system. Thank you, Octorius Raw, if you're ever watching this, but
yeah,
and suspend disbeliefs and just to learn about these things. Like, I commend anybody who does that in this area, because I'm telling you, Priscilla, you had one of the quickest awakening things. Your story is absolutely amazing, and I'm really, really
yeah.
honored wanted to share that here on my channel with everybody. And
Oh, thank you.
you're in the Holy Bird tribe, fully protected from the
Yeah,
Galactic Force Team, like through all of your learnings and your studies and everything. Like it was your willingness to want to wake up,
yeah.
you know.
But my motivation
Said
came
no.
from my kids. You know, the first motive of all this learning is to help my child.
Yeah.
Because at a point I realized that this was not helping. Everything was not helping. And I really wasn't at that point in a position where I thought that I could do anything more than all these doctors and people and everything. And if it wouldn't have been for all these ships
Yeah.
and all these people just being with me, I would have never thought that I could do anything about it. So,
Well, thank you for doing what you're doing. And if you
yeah,
guys want to check out her YouTube channel, the link is in the description box.
yeah.
I think we need to get together for part 3 and part 4 on another
We
night.
will. Yeah,
Well, your people can talk to my people.
yeah.
Just kidding. All right. Thank you for being with here today.
I just got that
And,
one.
Priscilla will be with us again. Don't forget, when you see this, you'll probably have already seen, hopefully, the premiere of our first Bird Tribe
Yeah,
council meeting, the Holy Bird Tribe, and we're going to be meeting again. We've already decided we're going to keep doing this weekly, so I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any comments you'd like to make or even questions for Priscilla, put them down in the comment section, and we'll make sure we get them answered next time we do this.
yeah.
So thank you guys, and thank you,
Bye.
Priscilla, for being here. Have a good night.
I
Bye.
love you. Bye.